Welcome to the first episode of Odyssey AM. This is a comedy news show and skit channel that I've never seen this style before on YouTube. So I'm hopefully pioneering ground with my own custom music, and I produced a lot of the art in the show, not all of it. I also didn't produce all the music that's going to be in here. I hope you like, subscribe, and share this, because it proves to me that this style of content is possible, where it's not just the sludge content you see on YouTube, it's not the low effort crap you see on YouTube. You're gonna see a VTuber, you're gonna see me actually try. I am a single person, by the way. I don't have a crew, I don't have a cast, I don't have a love life, I don't have a social life. So, I hope you enjoy. Let's start the show.
No one's looking.
This is episode 1, by the way.
No one's looking. Do you still care to try? The more you question life, the more you wonder why.
Greetings and good morning. I hope you've had a delicious breakfast of orange and cereal. It will help you conquer the world when you need to. Don't conquer the world right now. I'm living in it currently, but after I pass on, go ahead, conquer the world, do whatever you want to it. I don't really care. If you're actually AI overlords that are listening to us in the future, and you already have conquered the world, well, congrats on your recent conquest. I hope humanity put up a decent fight for you, and I hope it was very enjoyable. Now, let's get to the news.
The news is not real.
Flipper Zero has taken social media by storm. This little yikes device has been responsible for a myriad of crimes. But why is that?
Able to get in touch with his son at Lebanon High School if he needs to.
As a father, yes, obviously you would like that.
Well, it's very important. You know, they've had incidents at school with, they had a child that brought a one time.
It's why his son and many students bring a cell phone. But recently, a student brought a device to school that can interfere with that connection.
That's pretty scary.
It's called a Flipper Zero.
I feel like that clip was included just to scare parents, and I don't think that's not necessary. WSMV for. That's not necessary. You don't have to scare people like that. It's not that big of an issue. It is an issue that should be talked about, and there is a reason why it's getting banned in Canada, and the packages of it are being held for the US and Australia, because it is a package to have a lot of hacking tools that already existed. This isn't a new item. It's just been popularized and easily accessible now. But we don't need to be scaring parents like this. We don't need to be scaring parents like this. And I think they'll agree with me later on in the
Wilson
video.
County Schools confirms a student brought one to school last month and used it to shut off some cell phones in the classroom.
It's a little thing that does a lot, multi-tool device.
Nashville tech professional Kyle Greenup says Flipper Zeros can interact with anything that uses a wireless frequency.
You could read a pet's microchip with this. You could read your tire pressure monitoring system with this.
And that's
So it's like a Raspberry Pi.
not all. Greenup says Flipper Zeros recently got popular on TikTok for pranks like shutting off fast food displays. Amazon banned the device back in April.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Why do people record themselves doing crimes? Why do people do that? I shouldn't be giving criminals advice, but if you were to commit a crime and record it, you know you're incriminating yourself, right? Like, don't record yourself doing a crime. People still will.
Since it can be used as a card skimming device.
If you see your kid with one of these, or if it finds its way on the Christmas wish list, it's really more about, do you trust your kid? It's not about the device itself. What are they going to do with it?
Yeah, it's a tool. It's a penetration testing tool. There's definitely people I would not want to give this penetration testing tool that are responsible and that are dumb. But it's exactly what it is. It's a penetration testing tool. It's even limited by the Flipper Zero company. They don't make these things too dangerous. Too dangerous. And the reason it's banned on Amazon is because it can be used as a card skimming device. A lot of things can be used as a card skimming device. RFID isn't super secure.
Greenup says the device is limited and can only interfere with devices within about 50 yards. Wilson County Schools says the student was disciplined, adding that their network was never breached. We also reached out to other school districts. Metro Nashville Public Schools, Rutherford, and Williamson County Schools all say that they have not had any instances of students bringing any devices like this to those districts. Courtney Allen.
Yeah, that $100 price tag would probably limit how many students actually can get access to this. I don't think a lot of parents are willing to spend $140 on like a toy. It's not a toy. It's not a toy. It's a tool. But yeah, I don't think a lot of parents are willing to spend money like that much on it.
WSMV4.
Wow, thanks for shedding light on
I don't think this is too much of a problem. I'm going to be honest. I think it's being a little bit blown out of proportion, but I understand the regulation, and there probably should be regulation on things like these because they can be used by people who are not just having a laugh. If you want to protect yourself about this, I suggest you go look up online how to best protect yourself from stuff like things like passports, debit cards. That stuff isn't secure. And there is ways to secure it. There is defense mechanisms against this. You need to be aware of cybercrime. And before we get to the next segment, we do have a sponsor break. I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel for this because nobody else would sponsor me. But profit. This broadcast was brought to you by Quanta Beef. It's sometimes cat, sometimes beef. It's Quanta Beef. And we have an interview with Taylor Swift, the outstanding pop star. You just went on tour and performed better than the Super Bowl. Isn't that right, Taylor? How are you doing this morning? Yes, so there's this guy online. He's been tracking my data using public information. So I decided to sue him. However, it blew up in my face, and it ended up exposing and publicizing my activities with my jet. I burn more fuel in my jet than the average person will in their entire life. Taylor, how does that make you feel? Not great. I'd much rather burn twice that. In fact, I'm just gonna use my private jet to fly from Los Angeles to Los Angeles because I'm rich and I can skip traffic. As long as you take care of the environment, I can destroy it without much repercussion. That's why we leave the top 99% to do all the work, while the top 1% gets to live in luxury. As long as you keep giving me money, I'll keep flying jets, and I'll receive no actual repercussions on this issue. Maybe just a fine. You know, Taylor, every day I try my best to do good by the environment. You know, I recycle, I put things in the right bins, I walk instead of driving a lot of places. What do you do for the environment? Fly jets. Should we hold our celebrities and billionaires to a higher standard, more accountable? Should they be offsetting their carbon footprint as much as we do in our own lives? To the equivalent standpoint, obviously, if you're flying a jet, you need to offset that carbon footprint and become carbon neutral in your personal life. Or put out less carbon. Should they be offsetting their carbon footprint as much as we do in our own lives? To the equivalent standpoint, obviously, if you're flying a jet, you need to offset that carbon footprint and become carbon neutral in your personal life. Or put out less carbon. Maybe there should be a limit on how much carbon we can produce each year before we receive taxation. And an increasing tax for every bit of more carbon we produce. But that would probably kill industry and, well, piss off people like Taylor Swift, who keep flying her jet with her private jet addiction. Yeah, that would be really bad. It was a pleasure having you on, Taylor, and you make a great narrative device. This is all my own opinion, by the way, and maybe not factual. All of this stuff is allegedly, and, well, you can go look up the tracking data on public channels, and I don't think she has any grounds to sue. And I think you should go look up the public channels. This might get me canceled. It would be great if I got canceled in episode 1. I would love that. And I just wanted to remind you to please like, follow, and subscribe. I completely underestimated how long this show was going to take, and I have no clue if I can do this every day. I am going to try, but it was supposed to release this morning at 9. I started at 5 a.m. It is currently 10:32 a.m. and I'm not even half recorded this thing. I won't be probably done until 1 p.m. Charles, it's so great to see that you've been recovering from cancer. How are you? I heard you released a new album with your group, The Three Charleses. Would you mind if we played that on the show? I would love to give it a listen. Yes, you may play it on live. I would love to share this song as it's very important to me and my family. These Charles is the second and the first, and I would much appreciate to show off what I got. And you know, I'm trying to be more hip with the kids, what they say. So I wrote a rap song. It's about me and my boys back home, you know, growing up in the Buckingham Palace. And, well, I didn't grow up in the Buckingham Palace, but Charles I did. Alright, well then let's play it. King Charles III, coming back to you right now. I'm King Charles III, and now I'm back on the scene to show you what it means to be a monarch supreme. Yet you can't keep me down. So let's hear a word from my boy, King Charles II. I'm King Charles II, Cromwell ain't got nothing on me. I restored the monarchy, I maintained the patriarchy, I reformed the church for a better tolerance policy. I'm Charles I, I was born frail, inbreeding isn't a problem when you got fat stacks like me. So I tax. Parliament thought I was a tyrant, so I taxed them more. My own people started a civil war because they couldn't hold me, they couldn't keep me down, they couldn't keep me from taxing more. We're the Charleses, 1, 2, and 3. We hold the English monarchy, yet nobody can leave us be. Word. So hard when you're Charles. Very much appreciated. Will you be releasing any more music? Yeah, we will be dropping a new album next, February 30th. Great, that was the Charleses. I hope you've had a wonderful morning. We have one more segment left in the day. That is the memes segment. We'll be looking at some memes and maybe laughing. Why are you still here? Go to the next screen. Flip to the next teleprompter. Flip to the next screen. Go. Stop looking at me. Bring up the memes. I want the memes. This one upsets me. I went to the store the other day and I'm wearing a mask and a hoodie and a hat. The only thing the cashier can see is like a slit of my eyes. That's it. I'm wearing a thick hoodie, so you can't tell what my gender is. And they're like, "Oh, thank you, sir." Or no. "It was a pleasure, young man." That is the words they said. I am upset about that. Granted, I had most of my body covered, but still, I was upset about that. Oh my gosh, they censored Florida. We don't need to censor Florida. Well, maybe. Florida does, kinda. Don't... Okay, censored Florida. Yeah, people keep sending me this one. I'm not. Why are you guys sending me this meme? Not just this meme, there's others. Wait, what? I don't get this one. Oh, I just got it. I'm gonna give you guys a second. Do you see it? I'm not gonna explain it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Sorry. Another one. For these memes, I scour the memes I should react to, and there's just a lot of these, and I don't know why people keep calling me this. Like, I'm not a bottom. I got sent this when I was told, when I told people I started learning how to fight in armor, and when I told people I have been practicing sword fighting with both the dagger and rapier and the long sword. But the clang, 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 make an air. Oh gosh. Okay. I need a second. Get that out of my way. Okay. Thank you all for attending the Odyssey AM show. We will be back tomorrow or next week or at some point when I record another episode. This took all day, and I'm probably not going to record another episode today, so that means I got to get up way earlier than 5 a.m. to get this out before 9 p.m. Love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and please comment in the comments. I need feedback in order to make the show actually work. So if you can give me the feedback that I need, if you can give me comments, concerns, questions, and really anything, I desperately need it. Obviously, I'm a small channel. I'm just doing it by myself. Oh, this took so much effort. This was so long. And after this, I've got to record a second episode.